I'm Steve Richards, the Crimsafe Talking Tech, here with the Dale Patterson Motorsport Chevrolet Camaro. And what a weapon this thing is. If you want to talk about an engine that's been strapped to a chassis, this is the car for you. 660 horsepower, nearly 1,000 Newton meters of torque out of this engine. In a straight line, there is nothing that can touch it. It's an absolute weapon. So the Chevrolet Camaro is built by Reiter Engineering in Germany. They build all of these Camaros, but it's very, very different to the standard road car version. 7.9 litre engine, massive, massive torque. It's hard to try and keep the tyres on this thing when you put your foot on the throttle, so it's a huge, huge car. Massive, big, wide tyres, nearly 300 millimetres wide. The car itself is built sort of like a space frame chassis where the parts bolt on around it, but still retains the original front chassis members and basically to the C-pillar retains the standard car body. Beyond that, it's a fully engineered race car. There's nothing. There's in terms of brakes, in terms of mechanics, it runs an Australian designed Hollinger gearbox. It's built in Germany, and with a paddle shift operation, pneumatic paddle shift, and it's a fantastic car. When this thing gets on the straight, it doesn't matter who's in front of you, it just rounds it up, inside or outside. It's a great car. So under the current crop of GT3 sports car regulations, the cars are devised very differently parity is devised very differently between the horsepower the engine has and the amount of downforce they have. It's called a balance of performance. The engine is balanced by inlet restrictor size and obviously the aerodynamics on the car. So the Camaro, if you compare the Camaro, it's a low downforce, high horsepower car. So it makes its speed on the straights. And it's actually not too bad in the slow corners either, because it's got these massive 320 millimeter wide tyres front and rear. You'll see here the plane of the rear wing is huge, but it doesn't have a lot of aerodynamic devices under the floor of the car. It doesn't have a flat floor. It has a very basic rear diffuser, and what the diffuser does is it actually helps energize the airflow over the rear wing. So as the air that flows under the car, the diffuser creates a low pressure, and that helps the rear wing stability. So this car's all about go and show rather than grip through the middle of a fast corner. So inside the Chevrolet Camaro, you'll see lots of different things. We've done a Crimsafe Talking Tech on the Reiter Engineering M Motorsport Lamborghini in the past. Well, Reiter Engineering build this car, so you'll see the steering wheel layout is very similar. The actual control module unit is very similar to the Lamborghini. Makes the cost of producing the car relatively cheap. This car is currently the cheapest car that you can compete in the GT3 championship category. So it carries over lots of suspension parts from the Lamborghini Gallardo, and a lot of the shifting mechanism, the data acquisition is also exactly the same as the Lamborghini Gallardo. Therefore, it makes it a cheaper car to produce, and gets guys with less of a budget at around 300,000 Australian dollars. You can get into a Camaro. Sounds expensive, I know, but compare that to a Ferrari or a Bentley. A Bentley is upwards of about 600,000 Australian dollars. So you see some very, very similar traits in the Chevrolet Camaro to the Lamborghini Gallardo. So there you have it. There's a bit of a look around the Dale Patterson Motorsport Chevrolet Camaro. The beauty of the GT3 regulations is you can have a Camaro like this with lots of horsepower, but with a little bit of downforce. And then you have a different car like a Lamborghini with a lot of downforce, less power. They do things totally different in terms of the way they perform on the track, but at the end of the day, they almost achieve exactly the same lap time. And that's why this category is going places.
Shut the door on scary. with the one and only Crimsafe. Installed by licensed Crimsafe technicians, partnered with Crime Stoppers. Up to 15 years warranty. If it's not Crimsafe, it's not Crimsafe. Only at licensed dealers. Visit crimsafe.com.au.